Jay here for Scotty and Motty, or as I'm also known as, Motty, which means that's Scotty, and this is Agony Uncles. That's where you, yes you, send us your problems and we give you advice we are not legally obligated for. Is that the right term?
That's correct, it is indeed. We do not condone our own advice. The only advice that you should take is our advice, not to take our advice.
Yes, you've also got producer Alexei on the chat as well, on the mic.
Good evening, everyone.
In a cheery mood again?
Hey, what was that?
I was just wishing everyone a good evening.
That was like some 1970s radio DJ. Good evening, everyone. This is the happy hour on Radio Gloucester.
This hour, we're playing some Elton John.
Sir Elton John.
Sir, yeah.
Well, or not. No,
well,
not.
What do you mean, or not?
Or
well,
not.
He is.
It's not his name.
That man gave us
on
Daniel.
On his birth certificate, it doesn't say Sir, does it? If he was arrested...
On his birth certificate, it doesn't say Elton John either.
Is it not his name?
No.
What's his name?
Reginald Dwight.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. How do you not know this?
Don't you dare Google it.
I'm Googling it as we
I
speak.
don't think you should Google it. Alexei,
That's not true.
This is...
of course it...
This is disciplinary.
I've seen his film, that thingy.
Right, no, let him Google it. Let him find the error of his ways. Yeah, and our next...
It's called Sir Hercules. Oh my God, he is. What? Reginald Kenneth Dwight.
Yes.
Why is that? Right, starters. Why is that so outrageous to you?
No, but why would you be called that?
Why would you be called Reginald Dwight? Because your surname's Dwight, your mum and dad called you Reginald.
But you've changed from Reginald Kenneth Dwight to Elton John.
Yeah.
And also, do you know what's interesting? His actual name, he has 3 first names, and then his new name has 2 first names. So he just wants to have first names everywhere he goes.
Interesting, really? Is it?
I think that's interesting.
Wow.
Anyway, enough of this Elton John nonsense. What have you got for us in terms of problems?
My wife keeps emasculating me in public, and I pimp slapped a comedian for her, and she just belittles me as though we're clickbait. And that's from W. Smith.
Hey, reminds me of something that happened. I can't think what it is.
No, yeah.
What did you make of all this?
The pimp slapping.
Pimp slapping, yeah. The slap and all that.
Well, I think that if they were together in a relationship, and still happily married, and Chris Rock had said what he said, and he slapped her, then I go out, it's fair enough. I slapped him, and it's like, not slapped her. That
would been an outrageous thing to do.
Yeah. Slapped him. Then, good on him.
Really?
Chivalry.
Is it chivalrous to just go and slap a comedian who makes a proper inoffensive joke?
I don't think. I thought it was inoffensive, but I could understand it. Him doing that.
Okay. I get your point there.
But what it seems like now, after her coming out this week saying that they've not been together for 6 years, and she didn't know why he was doing it because he'd not referred to her as his wife for 6 years. It feels a little bit like, have you gone trying to get her back by doing that? Use Will Smith as something to sort of like, I'll beat up Chris Rock to get back with Jada.
It was the whole thing with that, right, as well. It was a bit weird because I know Will Smith, he's not ghetto, is he? He's like a child actor and obviously well off and that. But
he's from the streets of Philadelphia, born and raised.
Yeah,
in the playground, he used to spend most of his days.
Yeah, then
he used to get beat up.
Yeah, then he moved in with his auntie and uncle in Bel Air.
Yeah, life changes.
He's been softened. I don't know. It just felt like a bit weird getting up and slapping him.
Do you think he should have punched him?
Like, if you're gonna kick off, get up and one arrow someone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Getting up and just stop it.
No! Whoa!
You took
Alexei
X like that.
Whoa.
It was just a bit weird. Like, what is going on here? Like, why are you slapping him anyway? And why is that your method of violence?
Yeah.
I'm going to slap him.
And that's happened, and then everyone thinks, all right, they're still a couple or a family, and they always portray themselves, the Smiths, as being like this brilliant Hollywood family, don't they? No problems at all. But it has been
like that.
Like, a lot of cracks now.
Yeah.
More cracks than the polyfiller will sort out.
Yeah, because she was seeing that August geezer, wasn't she?
I think so, yeah.
Then that was one thing, right?
That was his son's mate.
Yeah, I think so. Quite young.
I mean, that's
she
like
was in
a
her
thing.
50s or whatever, late 40s.
You shouldn't be banging your son's mate.
No, that's a rule that most people should abide by. I certainly do. But then she interviewed him about it, Will Smith.
Yeah.
Saying, hey, do you remember when I was having it with that other guy?
While they're separated.
Yeah. That must have done your head in. Like, and then he's obviously crying and becomes a meme. And then we find out they weren't even together when she did that, when they did that interview. Which makes me feel like this is a very complicated relationship.
Well, I don't think it's a complicated relationship. It feels that Jada has Will Smith's nuts in a vice.
Why though, Scott?
And it feels like he's just willing to be, I don't know, the topic of amusement.
Because this is a grown
in the public
man.
sphere.
Exactly. This is the guy.
And this isn't any grown man. This is Will fucking Smith.
This is the guy that played Muhammad Ali.
Yeah.
Like, this isn't some shrinking back. This is a man who is one of Hollywood's biggest stars. Who is a, I know physicality's not really got everything to do, but he's a big guy. He's someone who has portrayed big men, Mike Lowry and all the rest of it. Why is he taking so much grief publicly, constantly, off someone who is actually his ex-missus?
Yeah.
What is going on in there?
I just can't understand, like, and it must be so embarrassing for the kids. Like, to see your parents doing this. Like, just stop it, man. Get that divorce. Do you think it's down to payoffs and alimony and all that sort of, I don't know, the Americans call it? Because she's not going to be broke either way, is she?
No. And also, she seems to just be obsessed with Tupac. She chats about him like he was the great love of her life.
Yeah.
Like, it's like Will Smith's an afterthought. It's like, me and Pac will always be like, he's the real Bond and end up with this loser who couldn't sing an hip-hop song if his life depended on it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I wanted the guy that sang California Love and ended up with the guy that sang Summertime.
She wanted gangster rap, didn't she? Not like
PG-rated Top of the Pops nonsense.
Boom, shake the room.
Yeah, like, come on, man. No, like, this isn't happening. So, yeah, I don't know. It's weird, man. I feel like he's got to be, like, he's going along with it for a reason. I don't get it. So, in answer to the question that W. Smith sent in, if you can get it back on the screen again, Alexei, because I've already forgotten how he worded it. I think, for me, walk away, kid.
Yes, I think so.
Because you're embarrassing yourself. I don't think she's doing herself any favours either, because she's not coming out of this covered in glory. I just get off.
Kids are growing up. Nobody needs this dragging through social media at all. At least alone Will Smith. You've had a great career and stuff. Everything that happened at the Oscars was embarrassing. Move on.
Do you know what he should do, Will Smith?
Is what?
He should move to Salford.
Yeah.
You get lovely women in Salford. You get someone who'll look after you. Like, honestly. Do you know what I mean? I'd move to Salford.
But he's not getting any of the sex, is he, or anything like that? Like,
there's women in Salford that'll sort out.
I'm sure there is.
Yeah.
Like, that's what I mean.
And also, they'll treat your kids like they're their own. Honestly, that's my advice.
Oh.
Yeah. What advice have you got to W. Smith?
Go to Salford.
Yeah, you agree?
You
like Salford.
I like Salford,
you've been teaching around Salford, haven't you, recently?
Is Eccles in Salford, yeah?
Of course it's in fucking Salford.
I always get confused with the barriers.
The barriers, yeah.
Like.
We've not quite got to the stage where we need to put a walls. Yeah. Give it time. Give it another 2 years. You can still walk in and out of Salford. You don't need any papers.
Yeah, I think he should just, grow up, leave her, and move on.
Grow up, leave her.
There's a lot of women out there, Will, and apparently Jada, there's a lot of men for you. I don't understand why anybody's getting from this fucking toxic relationship, except for embarrassment. Move on, the pair of you. Grow up.
Alexei, do you agree?
Yeah, it's a bit weird, isn't it? Because he's Will Smith. I think he's what a man should be, isn't he? So he's a nice man. He's a bit of an alpha male, a bit like myself, really. A bit of a geezer. And I just feel like he doesn't need all of this in his life, and I think he should just move on from it and be happy. But maybe it's that classic thing that I guess even though people think he's really happy, he's really famous, maybe it is that thing where. Because people just would probably go, oh, he could just have anyone he wants, but maybe he does just really care about her, which is obviously fair enough. But speaking about relationship issues, what a segue that was. My girlfriend has just dumped me, despite the fact I'm awesome, and my dad is one of the best YouTubers in Eccles. What should I do? That's Ellis M from Salford.
Oh. What you should do, Ellis, is know full well that it's her loss, not yours, whoever you are. You're a great kid, I can tell that.
Yeah.
And you've got your whole life ahead of you with plenty more opportunity to find someone who treats you the way you deserve to be treated. That's my advice to Ellis M.
Yeah. I think so. Yeah, definitely, Ellis. Just forget about her. It's in the past. Yeah. And your dad sounds like a decent dude. One of the most famous YouTubers to come out of Eccles.
Yeah, I mean, you've got a dad like that, you're winning anyway. Do you know what I mean? So don't worry about it. You'll be all right, son.
Winning's like subjective, isn't it?
If you Jose Mourinho. Do you remember when he did that? When we lost to Hull and he was like, we didn't lose, we drew. Because their second goal didn't count. And I remember being in that press conference a week later, and one of the journalists asked him a question. He said, the recent game against Hull, which you say you drew, some would argue that you lost. Like, it was debatable. Like, it's not set in stone that United lost that game.
Yeah.
Like, it's not an opinion. It's a fact we lost. So, yeah, it's not always subjective, but you'll be all right, son. Go on, what's next for us?
So next up we have, my boyfriend prefers wanking to sex. What do I do?
That's anonymous. Very rarely we get an anonymous questionnaire. People usually like to put the name to the request.
Well,
go on. You got to take this one.
I don't know.
If your boyfriend, right, for starters, how do you know? Is he telling you this? Or are you the one wanking him? Are you the one?
Oh, that's a good point, yeah.
Why did you just think it was like...
Just like him.
Going solo?
Yeah, socks and that.
Right, okay. If you're the one who wank... If he says, like, I don't want to bang tonight...
I love how you're doing the hand gesture.
Like, this is what masturbation is. Just in case anyone doesn't know. Yeah, if you're the one doing the wanking...
Yeah.
Then at least you're involved. That's something. And maybe you can say, look, like, doing this, it's
not helping them. Yeah, they're not getting up on
this. Let's get a bit more involved. Come on,
yeah.
sunshine. I need my needs meeting as well. So there's that. If he's just doing it on his own, then I think you should dump him.
Really?
If your fella would rather have a wank than bang you, yes.
Well, how do like, has he come out and said he'd rather wank than have sex with her?
I don't. That's a good question. I mean,
because it could be a case of
where's the evidence for this from?
It could be a case of that he's just masturbating a lot and they're only having sex once a week. So the ratio in that sense is like what 6 to 1. You know, if you're doing it on a daily basis.
Yeah.
So on that basis, like, you know, I think I like they're decent numbers. People don't understand that you have to do it 3 times a day.
3 times a day,
if possible.
You're off your fucking head.
Got big arms though.
Right. How do you fit that into your schedule?
I've been up since 3 o'clock this morning.
Really? That's what I was to say.
I'll tell
3
you what,
times a day.
I've done it twice, and I'll be going back home later on, and that'll be my nightcap. How much you do?
What? That?
Yeah,
that. I'm looking and get fucking 3 a month in our gaff.
3 a month?
Honestly. Yeah, any privacy.
You've got in a studio here.
I'm not wanking in a fucking studio.
Why?
That's
Alexei.
dirty,
Alexei does.
No.
Only every other Wednesday. That's the only time that happens. Yeah.
Can you not do it Tuesdays and Thursdays when I'm not in? The days when I'm not in, just so I know you're not doing it in front of me, just so I know I'm not in the building when it happens.
It's one of them. It's in the schedule, Jay. It's like clockwork. I don't make the rules,
right,
unfortunately.
Okay. I wondered what that was in the schedule. Sorry.
Yeah.
I need to read the updates. I need to double check the Google Calendar.
But it releases tension. It's healthy to masturbate.
If you fucking trying to justify yourself being a dirty little urchin, then that's what.
How is that a dirty little urchin? Like Woody Allen said, don't knock masturbation. It's having sex with someone I love.
Nice. And you can't go wrong if you follow Woody Allen's example. What next?
So next up we have is
you like Woody Allen?
I love Woody Allen.
Dare do
I love Woody Allen,
absolute.
That was a tapping. That you gave me a tapping there, sunshine.
Is bringing food into the bedroom ever a good idea? I'm a big fan of brie, but my wife is lactose intolerant. I'm actually lactose intolerant myself. Little fun fact about me.
Wow.
Eh?
Yeah, he's well awkward with me. You'll buy a scran and we have to get him his special foods.
Do you know what happened on my last birthday,
Go on.
Scotty?
What happened on your last birthday, Alexa?
I was working here, obviously. I wasn't like a full paddock man at that point, was I, Jay? I was
Did you
like
not have your tattoo at that point?
He was newish.
Yeah.
Green.
But they got me a card, which was really nice. And then Jay got me a cake. And then as he was bringing it over to me with the candles on, he went, "Shit, you can't eat this, can you?"
I literally realised as we were doing the whole happy birthday song, mid-birthday song, I went, "For fuck's sake, you can't eat this, can you, bro?" I felt like a right twat.
I've known you for 20 years.
I know.
Never got a cake or a card. And you get
That's not true.
you get this dude from Cornwall.
Hey.
When have you ever bought me a cake or a card? What birthday was it?
It was 2000.
When is my birthday?
I know when your birthday
When is it?
It's in June.
No.
All right, then. When's mine?
January.
Oh, fucking hell. January the what?
I think it's the 7th.
Oh, you close. January the 14th.
Yeah.
Go on then. I've forgotten your birthday. Go on. When is it?
No, it doesn't matter now.
No, come on.
I'm not going to tell you when my birthday comes up. and you've not said anything.
I always got you a card on your birthday. I remember back in the day.
Putting a tweet out.
Your birthday, we were always getting our cards out.
Oh yeah. Boom, boom. Anyway, back to food in the bedroom. Cheese is not the one, is it?
No, not into that.
I think fruit is the go-to in the bedroom.
Have you done that, you?
Yeah, man. I'm not eating.
What are you doing with it?
Like doing sex stuff with it.
Sex stuff with it.
Like losing grapes.
Really?
Well, somebody I know who works here told me a story about that.
Losing
sort of
a
stuff.
grape.
Losing
and
a
you're gonna go
grape
to the hospital.
up the bum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mate, honestly.
Would you ever stick anything up your bum? Like fruit? If you had to stick a bit of fruit up your ass,
Yeah.
which one would it be?
Pineapple.
A pint of fuck off, you dickhead.
If you're going to do something, do it properly. No, I'm not into that. So I'd probably just go with something like... I don't want to do a grape after that story that we heard.
Yeah.
That was
no.
minging, that was worrying. So maybe something like... I don't know what, like... That's not fruit, it's a vegetable. Sorry. I know.
I don't think vegetables are the...
What about a nice strawberry?
Strawberries are good. They're nice. You
Yeah,
know.
that'll do,
But you
that'll
take the
be
green
alright.
bit off first, though.
Well, no, because you need that to pull it out. It's stuck in
Like
it.
as a plug.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, if we're going to go with fruit up the arse, I'll go with strawberry.
Would you do you ever bring food into the bedroom? Like,
I mean, I bring food into the bedroom. It's gonna
yeah.
He's just being a messy, scruffy bastard who loves eating.
Like, if someone was doing that though and he brought on like fruit and cream and shit like that, what would you say?
Do you know what I'd end up doing if my missus?
Eating.
Because let's say someone, it'd be my missus. It's not going to be anyone else. Let's just get that straight out there. It's like, yes, someone, whoever that may be.
Someone. I know what you were talking
If
about
my
the women in
missus
Salford
brought
before.
out cream and fruit and that.
Yeah, what do you think?
I just end up eating it out of the bowl and then having the sex.
And then you can't have sex on a full stomach.
That's true. As long as you have the sex and then eat it after, for a bit of afters.
No, cream and all that. I don't know. I just feels a little bit.
I think
Forced.
no, I don't think I've ever done anything like that. We'll be up for it though.
Yeah, I'd be up for it. There was a girl that I used to know. She was into that sort of stuff. She'd freeze it though, like freeze the fruit. It was and blueberries are really tiny.
Blueberries are tiny.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like a bit of a challenge.
This is a fucking challenge. Alexei, what about you, Sunshine? Have you ever brought food into the bedroom? Lactose-free food?
Yeah, for me it would have to be a bit of like Outpro, you know, the vegan yogurt and that. Have you ever had an Outpro?
Alpro?
Alpro.
No, I
Yeah.
haven't.
Yeah, it'd have to be one of them, or maybe like some bits of tree. I don't know, a bit of like, I don't know, little leaf.
Fucking back.
Leaf and tree.
Yeah. Or a big stick
What?
from
Is
the
that-
wild.
Is that what you eat? Big sticks from the wild?
If you had to stick fruit up your ass, what would it be?
A big banana.
There you go.
Oof.
He's going to do it.
I
Do
think
it
the
properly.
bananas are soft anyway, aren't they? And if you
Are
can,
you peeling it first?
Yeah, I would.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
You can put one out. You can put one in.
Yeah, that's not a bad shout. Go on then, let's move on to the next one. I think we've solved that one.
I've just met my partner's family, and I think I want to call it off.
Really? I mean, that's a tricky one,
I
isn't
always
it?
say you can't choose your in-laws.
What? You can.
You can't choose
You
your...
literally can.
Yeah, but you got. I was just saying you marry your in-laws or something like that. I don't know.
You marry you in. It says you can't choose your family. That's a saying. You can choose your in-laws. Just marry someone else. That's literally a choice that you've got.
I've mixed up my messages.
Yeah, you have. Had you?
I've
You've
done-
absolutely mixed it right up.
All right, you can.
I wouldn't worry about it. If you don't like her family or his family, just
I'll sack
play the
it
long
off,
game.
Sack it off. Man.
play the long game.
Sack it off.
You know what I mean?
Depends how
Eventually.
close they are.
You know what I mean? Just drift them apart.
Start like doing bad stuff.
Yeah,
It's like, I can't believe what she said about.
yeah. I can't believe your mum says that about you.
Yeah.
I can't believe your mum tried it on with me.
Yeah.
Again. Do you know what I mean?
Why did your dad walk in every time I'm in the
Yeah.
on the toilet? How does he do it? I'd sack it off, man. You can't be doing
Really? That's it. That's your answer for everything, innit? Just sack it off.
Yeah, life's too short to be messing around with people who've got dickheads in your life. If they, you know, either say to him, right, well, you can go around at Christmas. I'm not bothering.
Oh, like that?
Yeah, and just
do
say
it
like,
that.
you can see your family, but I'm not getting involved.
I'm not
in that.
having it with
They
him.
can come to the wedding.
Yeah.
to the morning bit, but not
Yeah.
in the
Nah, not
evening,
having
because
an
your dad drinks too much and your mum's a nightmare when she's pissed.
Yeah.
That's what I'd do.
No, that's all right. That's all right. You're keeping your sort of options open, because you
Distance.
might really like the person, so you might not want to just sack them off. You might want to make it work. I just think you need to start doing a bit of a whispering campaign against their family. That's the way forward. Do you know what I mean? Just start proper shit spreading.
You ever
about
dated
it.
anyone that you didn't like the family though? I have.
I dated someone where I was a secret.
You were a
to their
secret?
family. Yeah. The family was Jewish.
Oh, I remember this.
And I'm not. So whenever the family came to visit, I lived with her as well. I had to make myself hide all my stuff and make myself scarce.
Did you not try to pretend to be Jewish?
Well, that was an option, but I thought,
How would they know that he wasn't?
because they might ask me something that only a Jewish person will know, and then I might get confused.
Yeah.
I think I was met her, if we bumped into her, I was met her pretend I was, is it an Ashkenazi Jew or a Sephardi Jew? I can't remember. I think it was a Sephardi Jew I was met her pretend I was. I might be getting this wrong, forgive me if I'm not deliberately trying to be stupid. I think I was met her pretend I was one version of it.
Right.
But I already I've got confused. But then they might ask me something else, and then it's...
Yeah.
I'm crap at religions.
And you crap
Do
at
you know what I
remembering
mean?
anything.
I'm crap at remembering everything. I'm crap at religions.
Yeah.
I'd get confused and I'd say something stupid like, "Oh yeah, you know, I'm Jewish. Yeah, you know, I got baptized years ago. I mean, I'm always in the mosque. I mean, no, forget it. Like, it'd just be a disaster. So the best thing was to stay out of the way.
Yeah.
But
Well, you want to lose with that relationship, though. That was always going to be a
funnily
hard
enough,
one to have.
it
It didn't bear any fruit.
That is not my current missus. You'll be amazed to know. So,
I just
not
like
because of that, by the way. I hasten to add.
just like the
It wasn't
idea.
the fact that it wasn't the Judaism
How
that got in
long
the way.
how long were you going to keep that up for?
Well, like it was only like a grandma and granddad.
Oh, right,
Because,
right.
And a sister.
Was she practicing?
No, not at all. Not at all. I mean, if she had been, I doubt she'd have got with me. But it was just like certain now and again situations where it might come up or whatever. But it wasn't like a massive issue. And it certainly wasn't why we split up. It was just one of them.
Alexa?
Yeah, I mean, the issue with this one, isn't it? I think you mentioned it earlier. It's the Christmas Day thing, isn't it? Because if you hate them and you sat there and you're watching your EastEnders or whatever, or your whatever you watch on Christmas Day, and it's a long day if you don't like someone, I think. Cause it's,
I watched The Clock on Christmas Day.
The clock.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Is it one of them?
When's it over?
When will this nightmare be
I hate
over?
Christmas.
You're not a Christmas man, are you, Scotty?
No, I don't like fun.
Yeah.
I've had enough.
They should ban it, shouldn't they?
Ban Christmas.
Christmas,
Just fun in general, I reckon.
I think so.
What about you, Jay? Do you like Christmas?
A little bit. I mean, if I had my way, we probably wouldn't do it. But I do get the kids buzzing off it, and there are some nice moments at Christmas and that. And my missus is proper Mrs. Christmas; she loves it. It's just the expense does me in. Like,
Yeah,
it absolutely does me in, because I've got kids at different ages, and it's keeping up appearances, and social media puts pressure on you because you see what other kids are getting and all that. And it's just absolutely. I start worrying about money for Christmas in June. I do.
I went shopping at the weekend with my daughters. It wasn't even Christmas shopping. I thought, right, I'll give you 10 quid each, 20 quid each, go and buy some toys. But I'm like Smith's Toys, and they're already picking out, want that for Christmas, want that for Christmas. Like, whoa!
Honestly.
And I'm like, nah, man.
It's a nightmare. But yeah, the kids love it.
All right. Next problemo is, I found my boyfriend still has his Hinge profile after we've been dating for a year. He said it's not important and I should trust him, ?
Do you know what worries me about that? Is
It's Hinge like Tinder.
Yeah. It's like posh Tinder, I think. It's the fact that he's not like, oh yeah, shit, I didn't realise I still had it. Right, I'll get rid of it. It's like, oh, it's not important. Just trust me. Why do you need it? Been together. You've been together for a while after a year. Why has he still got a dating profile?
That's one way of looking at it.
Go on, what's your way of looking at it?
What's the wrong way of looking at it? Well, he said that it's not important. What does she want him to delete it?
Why does he need it?
It's not about, maybe it's down to the principle, like, he'll just keep it up there, but he's not going to delete it because she said so. Like, I'm not doing what you're telling me to do. I told you it's not important, don't worry about it. Trust me. And if you don't...
Well, how can you ask someone to trust you when you've got a dating app profile?
Well, maybe he did forget about it. Maybe it was a lax thing.
forgot about it.
Right,
Come on,
yeah.
I'm so bloody naive. He knew what he was doing. Hey. All his dating apps do my head in. I'm so glad I missed out on all that.
I can't be arsed with that shit.
Have you ever done dating apps?
Nah.
Does that miss you?
Yeah,
Does that
no,
pass
no,
you by
yeah,
as well?
yeah,
In our day, it was old school. If me and him wanted to send nod pictures to anyone, we had to draw them, didn't we?
Yeah,
On
yeah,
bits of
post it
paper
note.
and deliver them by hand.
Yeah.
That's how we had to do it. None of your dating apps. What about you, Alexei?
Yeah, you can't do this because this is like, it's bad. It's like if you've already got like a telly, why are you looking in the Argos catalogue for other tellies?
That's nonsense. I've got a car out, I'll buy a new one.
Yeah, but
At work.
that's different though, because a telly's like a long-term thing. I guess a car is a long-term thing, but I think society wants you to think that you want another car. Because you know what I mean? Everyone's like, oh, let's get a new car. TVs, no, you get a TV and you'd be loyal to that one TV for quite a long time. Same with this. You can't be looking about for other... And also, like...
Maybe
why,
he's not,
why,
though, that's the issue.
No, but why wouldn't you... Why would you have it? Like, there's no reason to have it unless it's for that. So yeah, you've got to get rid of that, surely. Because if you can't even get rid of a dating app in which you're specifically looking for someone else, like what I think you should do it. It's not right at all.
Like if you're looking for another car, you're getting the exchange of Mark delivered every week because you want to get another car. That's fair enough because you want to get another car.
Yeah.
Well, if you don't want to get another car, you don't get the exchange of Mark delivered because you're not looking for anything.
Right, okay.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I get that. Yeah.
That was a Christmas present for me once. That.
What, exchange of Mark?
Hey,
Who off?
jail.
Here you go. Okay, now, wow.
That and I think it was that and an orange or something. It was like, yeah, happy Christmas. Any more for any more?
That is it for today.
That has been Agony Uncles with me, Motty, him, Scotty, and producer Alexei as well. Thank you to everyone who sent in their problems. We are putting this up on our Patreon for a sneak preview. Then we put it up on the main channel. We'll also have some extra content coming up on our Patreon. So if you're not doing, subscribe to our Patreon. And also, if you're not doing as well, subscribe to the main channel. We look forward to chatting to you again very soon. See you in the next one.